Coming in at number 5, we've got Sam Sulich, a name you've probably heard unless you've been living under a bench press. Sam is the king of the anabolic bulk gone rogue aesthetic. He eats like he's trying to enter a powerlifting meet and a bodybuilding show at the same time. His content walks the line between educational and I'm not a role model, but here's what I did anyway. Sam's physique is undeniably impressive. Massive arms, thick chest, and enough back to get stuck in door frames. But his conditioning is, well, let's call it pending. That being said, he's carved out a unique space. Cold delivery, dry humor, and unapologetic transparency. The guy's a paradox, somehow shredded and bloated at the same time, and it's working. At number 4, James English, also known as modern-day Dorian Yates without the antisocial tendencies. James has been building a near-perfect physique. Capped delts, deeply separated quads, and a lat spread like a human parachute. He's also one of the few bodybuilders who understands what a deep stretch actually means, not just bouncing the weight off your joints for clout. In fact, he often references how even Mike Israetel admits we still don't know why the deep stretch works. Just that it makes you grow like a weed in spring. James's biggest strength? Balance. His social media presence is educational, without being preachy, aesthetic without being fake, and anabolic without needing to tell you he's on gear every 5 seconds. Weakness? He's not flashy, which ironically might be why he's not more mainstream yet. Sliding into number 3 is Alex Eubank, the formerly natty aesthetic king. Yes, formerly. It's not speculation anymore. Alex has admitted to hopping on gear, confirming what half the internet decided back in 2022. That said, his physique is still one of the most marketable in the game. Razor-sharp abs, crisp V-taper, and the kind of shoulder-to-waist ratio that makes mannequins jealous. His appeal is equal parts genetics and marketing. He knows his angles, lighting, and how to work the algorithm like it's part of his training split. His biggest strength is relatability. His content feels like the gym version of a lifestyle vlog. Come suffer with me energy instead of look at my Lamborghini. Weakness? His strength levels aren't exactly record-breaking, and hardcore lifters might roll their eyes at the motivational quotes. But for a younger generation just entering the gym, Alex is that guy. At number 2 is Julian Fitzgerald, one of the most intriguing rising names in fitness. His training is actually awful, full of momentum, half reps, and enough ego lifting to make your rotator cuff cry. At one point, he even admitted to ego lifting just to impress Larry Wheels, which is either the most honest or most cursed reason you could give. He's 100% carried by elite-tier genetics, small waist, round muscle bellies, and a frame that makes everything pop no matter what he does in the gym. Still, when it comes to maximizing the deep stretch, that same mechanism Mike Israetel openly admits we still don't fully understand, Julian leans into it anyway, and it shows in his chest and hamstring development. There was a brief moment when people started labeling him a fake natty, which to be fair is a compliment in disguise. But that whole narrative was nuked when Jeff Nippard blood tested him on camera and confirmed he's clean. His presence is sharp, minimalistic, and brutally honest. There's no filler, no false hype, just consistent progression, elite visuals, and a quiet confidence that's more intimidating than any loudmouth influencer screaming into a GoPro. Weakness? He's not posting shirtless every 10 seconds, which in algorithm language is practically self-sabotage. But maybe that's part of the charm. Cold, calculated, and undeniably anabolic. And finally, number 1, Dorian Shricha, the phenom whose rise has been nothing short of meteoric. Dorian built his name off dry takes, insane transformations, and possibly the most unique branding in the game. His humor is drier than a 12-week cut and lands with the same kind of punch as his training. And let's talk about it. He is insanely lean, single-digit body fat year-round, peeled to the bone lean, with no water retention in sight. The fact that he got his pro card at just 19 is actually insane. It doesn't even sound real. His physique is catching up fast to his online reputation. Wide shoulders, a tight waist, and traps that look like they belong to someone 2 decades into lifting. He doesn't just make content, he sets tone, cold tone. His delivery is emotionless, borderline sociopathic, and somehow hilarious. He's a type of guy to hit a PR, then walk away like he just threw out the trash. In an era of forced hype and recycled motivational sound bites, Dorian's authenticity paired with genuinely anabolic progress puts him ahead of the pack. He's super cool, and honestly, I love him.